Josh, have you been thrown out of a game before?
Never in my life have I been thrown out of a game, but that's what they call it, so that's what they call it.
That's why I asked, because I figured it might not have happened before. So that aside, what did you take away from this, Josh? A little bit of an expanded role for you, played some more point guard, trying to make some plays. How did you feel about the performance?
I felt okay about it. I think I had about 4 or 5 turnovers, some just stupid turnovers. But, all in all, it was good to get back out there. We battled. And fought those guys tough. They got a lot of rotation players that they got over there that were playing as some starters in the league. So we battled, and I think I liked how we played. I think there was some points in the paint, some transition buckets that we gave up that we could have kind of prevented. That could have kind of put us in a better position at the end.
You've been on the grind, really doing a lot of one-on-one work with Miles and just player development stuff. You told me you haven't played a ton of 5-on-5 yet. What was it like just getting an actual run-in and seeing how your rhythm felt either from inside or outside?
Yeah, no, it felt really good. The first quarter was a little rusty. Like I said, I haven't played 5-on-5 in a little while, but it was good to get out there. I think that's the biggest thing. A lot of times, in the summer, you can't get opportunities like this when you're playing in front of thousands of people, and you're going against good players. So it was good to get out there, try to get some of the little rust off, and just kind of work on some of the things I've been working on with Miles.
Quick thoughts on the rookies, Svi and Mo, how they debuted for you?
Good. They handled it well. This was a nice crowd here, and they handled it well. And they were, they competed and they were passionate about it. So it was good to see.
How do you handle the next couple of days of not playing but still being in the mix?
Who's not playing?
Are you gonna play?
Well, so I haven't heard that I'm not. So I plan on playing. I'm here and I want to compete. So that's what I'm gonna talk to those guys about.
Does not getting to play 5-on-5 up until this point kind of factor into you wanting to play even more?
No, definitely. You go through months of working out by yourself or working out with, 1 or 2 other guys, and then you get the opportunity to go out there and play 5-on-5, and I didn't like how I played today, So I want to get back out there, We have another game tomorrow, and I'm gonna talk to, Luke, Magic, or RP, whoever I got to talk to try to get out there.
Couple more, please.
Josh, there's this notion of, you don't want guys to get hurt in the summer, but aren't you playing 5-on-5 somewhere?
Yeah.
Like at some point, if not in a place like this?
But at the end of the day, it's basketball. If you get hurt playing, if I get hurt playing basketball, I can live with that. If I'm out there doing skydiving and I get hurt, then it's a different story. But I want to go out there and hoop. Those are unfortunate scenarios if you get hurt playing basketball, but it's a part of the game. And I want to go out there and I want to play at the end of the day.
How have you been keeping up with the team's free agency moves, and is it hard to not let that become a distraction here?
Kept up with it on Twitter. Shout out to Shams and Woj. But at the end of the day, man, I can't control those things. I can't tell Magic or Rob who to get or what to do or anything like that. I control the way I work, I control the way I play, and I control the way I handle certain situations, and that's the biggest thing. So, I can't control this, so I can't let that frustrate me. I can't let that get into my mind and not be the best player I can be. And that's kind of what I have to do at the end of the day. Just control what I control and focus on what I can do.
Where were you when you found out about the LeBron signing, and what was going through your mind when you saw it?
I was laying down in my hotel room, and I didn't really know what to say. I was just kind of in shock. I'm like, wow, this is the best player in the world. Come to LA, and that opportunity to play with someone like that is amazing, and it's something that you dream about. Anxious to get started. Cool, thank you.
Thank you.
Mo, you played in front of plenty of big crowds in your various runs. Another crowd tonight, but this time at the NBA level. For Summer League, any initial thoughts on how things went for you and the team overall?
We lost. That sucks at first, but I think we competed really well. Down the stretch, I don't know, we couldn't score enough, couldn't get Mason hit a tough step-back three-pointer that kind of cut it. But no, I'm proud of the team, the way we competed.
You know, the Kings had basically all their best talent from the last couple of years. They're young players that are getting NBA minutes. Did you notice? Can you notice that and just that difference in playing against guys like that, if anything at all?
I mean, yeah, they're a lot more physical, a lot more athletic than on the college level. If that's what you're hinting at, and yeah, it's exciting. I mean, that's what you live for as a basketball player. You want to compete at the highest level, and I'm very, very humble and excited to be able to do that.
What did you think offensively of the places you were getting your shots and the looks that you got? How did you feel that flowed compared to what you were?
Felt pretty good, I think. I mean, could have made a couple more. Some stuff to get to adjust to, and I mean, you got to find your groove. You know, got to find. We shared the ball really well, I think, for the first game in the summer league as a summer league team. So I'm very proud of that.
What did you think of playing with Josh Hart for the first time in that kind of a setting?
It was fun. He's a very gritty player, very talented, and that's the cool thing. I mean, I always look back 2 years from now. I was seeing him in Villanova on ESPN, you know, and now you get to play with him. So that's a very cool feeling.
Were you impressed with what Svi was able to do with the shot making and a couple dunks he had too?
Yeah, that dude doesn't miss. I mean, I know Svi since we're both from Europe and we played back then a couple times against each other, so I know how good he is. I'm not surprised, but it's fun to be on the court with him.
What was it like to hear all those boos when you came in the fourth quarter?
That's nothing new. I'm used to that. It didn't take them long. Well, it didn't take me long, apparently. It's part of it. I love that stuff. I mean, I think it's a sign of respect, and I'm not worried about that. I enjoy that stuff.
How'd you find out about LeBron joining the team, and what are your thoughts on getting to play with him this year?
Found out in my hotel bedroom. My bed in my hotel room. I was very excited, honestly. I mean, every time if you get a chance to work with one of the greatest of all time at any job, I think it's very exciting, and yeah, to be live part of it, to see how he works and compete for a championship is exciting.
Do you actively feed off of booze, or do you just ignore it altogether?
I'm not ignoring it. Let's just put it that way.
2 more, please. Miles drew you up a couple of three-pointers in this game. What do you think about the play calling from your new coach?
Oh no, Miles is doing a great job. Very competitive coach. It's a lot of fun to play for him. He loves the gritty stuff, you know. He rather wants us to compete if we mess up. It's not that big of a deal if you keep fighting and stuff, and I really enjoy that and really enjoy being around competitive guys.
Thanks, Bob.
Thank you, guys.
So Svi, the scouting report about your shooting was pretty clear, and Magic had also mentioned in Pelinka that they liked the fact you had some pop too, and you're able to kind of show that early with the transition dunk and then another dunk. Is that something that you expected you're going to be able to alternate between those two various skills?
Yeah, definitely. You know, the thing I can shoot real well is giving me more opportunities to go to the rim because people are going to close out on me hard, and you know, I think I have good enough handles to go to the rim.
You shot deep threes in school, but any difference at all with the NBA three-point line? Do you already feel comfortable from that distance?
Yeah. I mean, it's not that far, but you know, it's just a little bit of adjustment, and I think I'll be fine.
What did you think overall of the game tonight?
No, we lost. It's not a good thing, but I think we competed hard. You know, they made tough shots in the end, and you know, I think we're going to be better tomorrow.
Mo just talked about you guys know each other, being from Europe, playing in big college programs. What did you think of his game, and how do you think it's translated from what you saw when he was at Michigan?
Oh, he's playing great. You know, he's really aggressive on the court. He has a lot of energy, and this definitely helped me on the court. You know, he can score in a lot of ways. He can shoot really well, and you know, he can play on the post. He's really skilled forman.
Anything about Josh Hart stand out to you?
He's a great player, you know, been in the NBA for 1 year, you know, definitely tough player. He definitely carried us today.
First time you ran out onto an NBA court, and of course the Kings fans are going to boo you guys. What was that like going out there? Hostile environment for the first time?
I mean, it was cool. You know, playing in college, we went to a lot of good places. We got booed, so it's not that big of a deal.
Do you feel like the scouting report isn't out on you when it comes to your athleticism yet?
You know, I think they might change it later, but you know, it is what it is.
Thanks, Svi.
Thank you.
Thanks.